Gentleman in the mix.
Hello, traders. Welcome to the stream. We were in the 1920s yesterday. We're back to regular clown world today. But good news, I guess, if you were wondering, no one really cares anymore because Bitcoin keeps testing 35K every day, but it cannot break. But that's cool. Working on your highest daily candle close for the year 2023. We're currently in power hour, the last 60 minutes before the daily close.
It's time for Power Hour.
And we're working on the highest daily close since May 6th of 2022. Beautiful continuation here. Though, yeah, things on less significant time scales are starting to look a little, not even tired. Just, look, 12-hour look really good. Just in this past 12 hours. You rivaled the highest high we've seen all year of this rally. Just overbought though. No exhaustion, right? No seller or no bearish divergence of any sort. Just huge spikes in positive Momo and just 86 on the RSI. So any pullback here would probably be short-lived. Even if you came down to 31K, it's still no big deal. Only FOMOers buying at $35,000 would be the ones worried, I guess. But yeah, so all is well. Let's go to the 4-hour. We want. And you can see that, maybe it's is this one high and it's the second high? Maybe. Maybe the RSI is kind of painting, if you use your imagination, from a high to the same high. Maybe some bearish divergence being overbought. But dang, dude, you're still kind of reaching. So what does this all mean? Just means, again, a pullback at this point. It'll probably be mild to shallow, short-lived before another face-ripping rally, maybe to 38, 40K. It's just not a very historical level for major reversals, but I guess it could become one. So you're good. You're okay right now. It's not even, crypto wasn't really the story today. It was the index funds. It was individual stocks. It was Nvidia, it was Facebook or Meta or beat earnings and it was up after hours, We can continue. We can look at the other cryptos if you're inclined. We can look at first. One notable thing about today was Bitcoin dominance. That is, just look at it. Would you look at that? Play the sound clip. Good God.
Oh, would you look at that?
Just as I'm speaking to you, Bitcoin dominance is at its highest level since 2021. Highest level since April 15th of 2021. Mooning and it. TA respect all the way. Target 60% minimum. And just continue to rise even if Bitcoin pulls back and then goes higher. Just means it will perform better than all the altcoins. Collectively, all the altcoins. Not literally every single one ever, because they're going to have TRBs out there, jokes, whatever. All right? Very good. So this just means number go up. Faster, better, superior on Bitcoin over altcoins for now. Not altcoin season. It's just not yet. It's the Bitcoin show. Yep, GG no re on AMD. Yep. Yeah, that'll happen, dude. That happens. I think GG no re on Nvidia. It could be, right? GG no re on a lot of things. Let's go to Ethereum. Let's get these over with, all right? Because they're not even really the important things to talk about today. Oh, wow. Ethereum's down 0.19%. Underperforming Bitcoin massively. Slightly overbought. No bearish divergence. Right around the 200-day moving average. Yesterday was a form of bullish back test of 1728. Very important level. It's not a joke. And that's cool. Anything above 1728, you can be optimistic on Ethereum. But just in a different ballpark than Bitcoin. Where if this was the Bitcoin chart, this would be at its highest level of the year, and it's not. You would be above $2,000. In fact, you'd be above $2,150 right now if this was Bitcoin, if it performed like Bitcoin. So much catching up to do, but it seems like because of the Bitcoin dominance chart that it's still going to underperform for a while. And then we're just continuously looking at Bitcoin, Ethereum to Bitcoin, because a key support was broken, and it's continuing, right? Like, look at this, man. Just another day, in 45 minutes, it'll be confirmed. This time, wow. Because yesterday, we were flirting with the lowest close since 2021. It ended up closing like right at the June 2022 lows. But now it's about 45 minutes until it is confirmed, taking out the lows from June of 2022, Black Saturday. And we're about to have the lowest daily candle close since officially May 1st of 2021. All right, go ahead. Talk about Ethereum, how it's going to flip Bitcoin again every day. You're crazy. You're literally crazy. Phase E. I think we might be in Phase E, man. Phase E is when you break the trading range. So Phase E. Okay. Pretty much official. Oh, yeah. Oh, I mean, I don't know about total to NVIDIA. We can look at Bitcoin to NVIDIA. Again, that we know broke out of that wedge. Was that a key inflection point? Oh, my God, chat. Key inflection point broken. Jesus chimes. It happened. It's official. So next target, 1.85 billion. So this is implying now you've got technical breakouts occurring above the 200-day moving average for the first time really since November 2022. This kind of just implies that Bitcoin will keep outperforming NVIDIA in the short term. What we could do, I mean, if you want, I think this would probably be a better chart. Bitcoin to the S&P 500. Bitcoin paired to the S&P. Look what's happening on this. All resistance broken. I mean, the big levels, the overhead resistance, right? Like 200 million. Highest levels since May of 2022. And again, the resistance, you can see it. You still got another 22 to 26% upside. I mean, it's pretty incredible, man. It really is. Just like, I think it's just what it's like like we're reading a book or like a romantic novel. Okay, so just looking at that, and then we can look at XRP. That not really doing great today. It typically does this when Bitcoin does well. Like it's pulling back, and what? Just another back test of the breakout. 54.6 cents going back to May of 2022. It is currently being regarded as support again. That's great. Wait for tomorrow. Let's see what happens tomorrow. Unless Bitcoin just rolls over. Looks like it's set up for again another 20. What was it? 30+% upside. 38% upside from here on XRP if this breakout back test is real. So if you're just patient on this one, number go up soon. Again, this is something that's like hasn't happened. Like every time you regard this level, like it's resistance, September, October last year, March of this year, June of this year, August this year, October this year, and now it's not doing the same thing that it was doing. It's now flipping. It's flipping from resistance to support, all happening in the past 48 hours. So very powerful bullish development on the XRP to US dollar chart. It's just real life. BNB is down 1%. BNB, last S coin I'd be giving a crap about, last crypto I'd care about. Look what happened. It was beautiful. Tested the supply line of the downtrend and is pulling back. Falling back below 225, headed to 211. This one was doomed anyway. We don't care. Only reason it's not doomed is because Bitcoin saved its life. CZ owns Bitcoin, its life. Goodness. Okay. So there you're like big four cryptos. Cool story, bro. Let's go to the S&P because it just needs to be discussed, man. We need to look at it. People's retirements are at stake. Oh, and after hours chat down another 0.41%. Yikes. So this is the worst. Okay, this is like the worst thing that can happen. Where, hey, the buyers closed the price above the inflection point barely by the grace of God. And then you gap down today. And then you just roll over, close near the lows. And then after hours, you are at your lowest price since May. Classic distribution. Classic distribution. 3 falling peaks. Very recognizable pattern that has broken the confirmation line, and it's valid now. We have a valid bearish breakdown of a classic distribution structure. You have a target of 405 here on the spider. 405 target. Perfect RSI on the day. Look at this. You're at 33.5. Cold, but not too cold, right? Because oversold would be cold, overbought would be hot. A lot of downside room. Negative momentum building at its highest level since the beginning of the month. The stage is set for lower prices on the oscillators, on the daily oscillators, on the S&P 500. That's it. Just, it is how it is, even if it doesn't happen. I'm just saying it's set up for lower prices. Dow Jones, not as bad. Still bad, but 33,271 has formally been regarded as resistance 2 days in a row now. As you can see, the swing low from 2021, swing high from 2022, it's resistance. So you just can't imagine that the Dow Jones is going to actually go up while the S&P dumps, while the NASDAQ dumps, because very, very bad, boys. Very, very bad. Down 2.43%. Going to be down more at the open tomorrow. 200-day some moving average has not even been tested yet. Yeah. 13K. Below that, target pretty easily 12K. That divergence played out only to, right, we were talking about the utter weakness where there's a supply line certainly there. The buyers had the edge. They took control, but there was such a lack of demand that the buyers were unable to push the price to test that supply line again. That's a subtle sign of weakness. And as you can see, the weakness is playing out. Lowest daily candle close on the NASDAQ composite since May 25th, with a key support broken indubitably. And the RSI set up for much lower prices, 35.3, cold but not too cold. Negative momentum building. It just looks really bearish. It just does. Even if it doesn't go lower, I'm just telling you how it looks now. Yesterday was like, oh my God, they did it, man. But it's like, what's the fall through going to be? There was no fall through. The fall through was gap down, dump. Lows in months. Lowest lows in months. Wow. Well, Edges, he's like saying stocks dumping. Shouldn't that take Bitcoin much lower? Historically, that's almost always been the case, but somehow we're living in this fantasy world, this movie, where Bitcoin's taking over the world. And we're talking about the complete opposite. Like, hey, man, Bitcoin was invented for a reason. Global financial crisis, these banks taking on all this debt, over leveraged on subprime mortgages, whatever. They're the ones handing them out to. And then the government forcing them to do that. I mean, like, so the government and the banks collectively destroyed the taxpayers in the market. Okay, so let's go take a look at those banks that did that. Do you really want to see them? I don't think you do. We could just look at, one that sticks out. That's actually up today. You can't even believe it. Bank of America, they did it, man. They stopped it from collapsing. You know what happened? 25.19 was tested as support. So intraday on Bank of America, lowest price seen since November of 2020, multi-year lows. But then the rally, and you're back above 25.49. Really not a big deal. I don't think this means anything. Okay. All right. So just looking at that one, it's a mega bank. And then you got JP Morgan. Look what happened. I mean, it's disgusting. It's confirmed bearish breakdown below 141 2 days ago. Yesterday, really, too. And then a formal bearish back test today. And then you had your lowest daily candle close since June 28th. But that's real. The fact that you're below a key inflection point and you've confirmed it as resistance. And it's perfectly set up for lower prices. Excuse me. Below the 200, confirmed distribution, below inflection point. Not much else to even say besides when collapse, when crash, when major drawdown in price. We're waiting. We will wait. How about Wells Fargo? Remember Wachovia, dude? Bro, I'm all in on Wachovia. It's my bank, bro. Wachovia is the best. Well, you know, trash, complete trash. Maybe it's not at like multi-year lows or anything, but this thing's waiting for $37. Look at the distribution. Look at the formal bearish back test. It's wonderful for downside. Oh, don't worry. We're going to look at those too. We're going to look at Apple. Apple's about 5% from getting dethroned as the highest market cap asset in the world, you know, with Microsoft on its way to doing that. Remember Goldman Sachs, bro? We're geniuses. We're so smart. We're superior to you in every way. You can't manage your own money. Let us manage it. We're Goldman Sachs. Thanks. You know, with a confirmed lowest daily candle close today since October 12th of 2022. So we're talking 52-week lows, fresh 52-week lows. And you're just waiting, I think, probably for, I mean, you got 288 and then 275. But all this, just think about it. This is like BNB. I think this is just like, right, the trend reversed. And then you had this, the buyers took back over and they had all the time in the world to construct an argument for us in why the trend is reversing to the upside and we're going to go rival the previous highs. That was the argument, what is circled, which means they failed. They miserably failed. And then once they realized they failed, I think maybe back February, never again did the price get even close to that level, right? Where you had, okay, this high was higher than this high, but this high was significantly lower than the head and shoulders, right? And then confirmed distribution 1 and 2 here, lower than this high. Then you draw down, then you rally, and then you start regarding this level as resistance, up thrust, and then back test of up thrust, the arrow below the 200s down sloping, and look at you now. You are, what it seems like with this drawdown, you'll be making fresh lows. That's the way it seems to me. And then eventually it will all probably come to conclusion on a deep 786, 886, way down from the low to high, looking around 194, 164. I think that's where it'll finally start leveling out, maybe. You know, this has just begun. Goldman Sachs, bro, we're so smart. Okay. Let's go to Charles Schwab. They're even smarter, bro. Don't manage. Let us manage your money. We'll take your money and then we'll underperform the S&P 500. Cool story. Hidden bearish divergence. Catching some fall through. Below 5150. It's auto bearish. There's nothing to do but be ultimately bearish when you're below 5150. That's it. It's like this one high from 2019. Below that, I mean, just wait for fresh lows. Wait for $35.70, $38. Just wait for it. The trend is your friend. The trend is certainly not bullish. The trend is the opposite of Bitcoin. If we flip the chart over, dude, it's like the Bitcoin chart. Wow. Inverse Bitcoin chart. Then you got like Sophie Technologies. Oh, look at this distribution. It's disgusting. It's like absolutely nasty. Here's a high. Here's a lower high. Here's a lower low. Here's a lower high. Oh, trend reverse. Trend reversal. Below the 200-day moving average. Lowest daily candle close you've seen in months since June. Below 791, forget about it. Like $4.84 to $5. Wait. Just much more downside on these banks. Metropolitan Bank holding, whatever, down 2.7%. Yeah, I think it's eventually going to see $18 again. PAC-W, remember this one? It's getting, I don't know who's propping it up, but like they're getting really weak here, right? Your lowest daily close since May, June 1st maybe. $5 again. only because it was a Scamwick all-time low. It was crashing. The Federal Reserve intervened because of this one. Only what happened. What was the most recent discernible piece of data? Oh, the lowest high in human history on this chart. Dude, it's all good though, man. Everything's fine. Go buy your $30,000 Taylor Swift concert ticket. You know, go watch sports ball. Don't, hey man, you need to worry about Palestine, Israel. Don't worry about this stuff. Leave it to us. IBM. Excuse me, sorry. Good Lord, man. I'm just done with this crap, man. This, like, the remnants of just some loser flu that got wrecked by my immune system just being a piece of crap. Look, man, I think this is what you got, like, rule of three. This is like three. Yes, it looks, of course, we got ourselves like a rising wedge here. Yeah, it's gorgeous. It's like literally beautiful, but you don't have to look at it like a rising wedge. Pointed this out to people in the Patreon premium Discord last night, that it's really, it definitely in a way, if you're open-minded, reminds me of Bitcoin back in 2021. One high, oh, okay. Second high, okay. Then the third high. 1, 2, 3. All right. Let me show you what I'm talking about. You can tell me, oh, you're crazy. You're crazy. That's stupid. What a dumb idea. No one cares. I get it, man. But look, same type of situation. You go back before it was over, right? You had one high, sell off, draw down, then a rally, then a higher high, then a drawdown, then the highest high on the third high. And that was it until 30K, 31K. So you look at this, you look at that. Oh, would you look at that? You understand history doesn't repeat itself, but it often rhymes. Look, man. Just saying. And the main thing that happened today that didn't happen yesterday is this level, $22 and change, was formally broken with a candle close. That happened. There is no arguing. And not just gap down below it, a formal bearish back test. And pretty much there's a gap that's still open at like 22.40. But that right there, if that's not cause for concern on an asset, you know, technically, what is concern? Like, what would you be concerned about if this breaking wasn't enough and it was the third time, the third peak? This is where you say, all right, man, like, it might be a decent area to like set up a short and, you know, maybe a stop take you $22, $23 up there. I know, man, it could be tough, but it's kind of amazing though. All right, anyway. Dude, remember Citibank? Citigroup? Well, yeah, let me show you here. Citigroup. Look at it. What a loser. Lowest daily candle close on Citigroup since April of 2020, the COVID crash. Yeah. Just, it's brutal. See you at 34.60. This downtrend's beautiful, man. What a nice downtrend. What a bear trend. And then it's like you don't even want to talk about anything Canadian because it's so bad. Like, here's your Toronto Dominion Bank, dudes. Well, anything below like, you know, $58.80, $61, that's been back tested as resistance. Look at the Momo shift immediately back, like a head and shoulders continuation. Brutal. I mean, where are you gonna go? Like, so much downside potential. Look at all that distribution, man. It's so ugly. Just setting up to collapse. And then RI, Royal Bank of Canada. You want to see something crazy? Look on the New York Stock Exchange. Every day, man. A new low. Just gapping down, closing down 1.59%, closing at your lowest level since November of 2020, multi-year lows again. But then, like, look at the levels here, right? Like, look at the inflection points. You know, they're all like, you're below it all, really. I got you. There's like another one at 76. That's the next target, 76. Then below that, shoot, dude, 66. You get it? Just kind of going around showing you the inverse of Bitcoin. So if this all keeps up, you would think, isn't Bitcoin going to keep up the inverse correlation? We're actually witnessing the thing that, like, ancient lore discusses why Bitcoin was created, and we're living it now. We're like, actually, it's 2023, late 2023, and equities are rolling over, and sovereign debt is reaching record levels every single day, and it's not going to stop. And then you got fiat currencies collapsing, right? Look, I mean, Jeffrey Yoon was talking about it, I mean, in the Patreon, and it's like, look, US dollar, Japanese yen. We're getting there, man. Getting there. My God, you're close to the highest daily close in human history. Well, is it in human history? I don't even, hold on, I think it is. Dude, that's crazy. It's crazy, man. Okay, so in the weekly, you got an all-time high. What's going on? October 17th of last year was the all-time high. So it's like, that's when the equities market bottomed that month, those weeks. So is it going to be a major double top? Probably not, dude. But just, it never stops, does it? And then we go like Japanese yen to US dollar. And here you can see it, and it's like crazy. It's really, really crazy. Okay, not even close. So this is where all the data is. I mean, all-time lows is from 1990, and it's down at like 6.2 tenths of 1 cent, I guess. But you got an M shape that completed, and no bids. Like literally nothing. Like nope. So it's not even a valid harmonic yet because no one's
from the
buying
altcoin market
at
pouring
an
into
886.
Bitcoin
There's no
before the
reaction.
collapse?
So it could just be turning into a crab pattern, which again is going to take you way, way lower. Might be, anything could be how it is, right? Might be, could be, would be. See, your last name could be. But to speculate like that, what good is that going to do for you? The only thing it could do is you could draw a conclusion in your mind that could maybe make you take action, and you could be completely wrong because you don't really know. Like, what is it? No, it's like Bitcoin. I'll tell you exactly what it was, and there's no arguing because there's video evidence of this that's been going on for a year now, witnessing like a predictable schematic develop, mature over the course of a couple years. And it's like you realize, wow, this is a Wyckoff accumulation schematic. You're at the final stages of it. You're in phase C, a springback test. Okay, so if it plays out, then the next thing to happen is Bitcoin dominance would rally all the way to the top of the range, and it did. In fact, gave us a luxurious 3 rising valleys. Classic accumulation structure. That's what it was. I mean, in my opinion, that's literally everything. And now, like, what we know about the Wyckoff accumulation structure, if it's real and you break out, then it's like major markup phase would be next. And it's happening. It's unfolding before our very eyes. So so he asked, could this be liquidity from altcoin market pouring into Bitcoin before the collapse? Or is it just the fact that Bitcoin dominance wasn't an accumulation range for a very long time and it's broken out and it is the king? This chart proves it's the king. You're going back up to 60%. Oh, GXY. I mean, all right, well, look at the US dollar. Getting ready to go. Is that not a bull flag at this point? I mean, yeah, it broke the little channel there, but dude, what was the performance? You know, like it just looks like this now, you know? Wow, and it's almost like breakout today. Jeez. That's stupid strong for now. And in fact, you wouldn't care, and it may not even be a big deal, maybe not relevant. But this level, that's the heart line of a channel that goes back to 2009, it's actually being regarded as support now. And again, it may be nothing. It probably is nothing. But look, I'm just showing you that real heart line. Tested kind of twice. Massive engulfing candle yesterday and follow through today with the supply line breaking. So, you know, whatever. Vasco, if you're saying nope, not 60% dominance, you're literally the same person that would be saying nope, not even 50% dominance when it was at 40% at the bottom of the range. So you can go ahead and say that, but you're not backing up your argument with anything. At least I've been backing my argument up for a year with a Wyckoff accumulation schematic.
Okay, but check the total M cap of crypto.
Dude, you mean ask Jonathan what he thinks about all this? Jonathan, what do you think?
PLS.
What do you think, Jonathan?
I like turtles.
All right, there it is. There you have it. That's the opinion. There's your total. I see total that is just yesterday made its highest daily candle close since April 18th. Is working on another daily candle close. Wow, you were so close. Just if we had any performance on Bitcoin or altcoins in the next 20 minutes, at 19 minutes, we could have gotten. I don't think it's going to happen. Look, but that if you total gets above 1.244 trillion, it would be the highest daily candle close since June of 2022. You're just rivaling the highest highs since, you know, again, many months. So what's the issue here, man? Take a look at total market cap of crypto. Is it going up, or is it just everyone selling alts into Bitcoin, please? This chart, Bitcoin's carrying the market. It really is. Bitcoin's truly carrying the market. Because if you look at total 3 and total 2, that excludes Bitcoin, and then Ethereum and Bitcoin, they are much lower. They are not rivaling their highs yet. They are still lower. So Bitcoin is carrying the market. And that's normally how it works. When big breakouts on Bitcoin happens, Bitcoin dominance rallies, the altcoins lag, Bitcoin consolidates, a few altcoins here and there start blasting, you know, Danny DeVito in, and then Bitcoin goes again for a second huge run. And then at that point, that's when maybe you start developing some bearish divergence on significant time scales. But that we're not there yet. Bitcoin's still like first impulse, waiting to consolidate, waiting for an edge. There isn't one yet. In fact, I mean, you're just almost at your highest highs of the year. Just today, you rivaled them, but you fell short by a couple dollars, and you're just still up there. No one's really selling yet on Bitcoin. Not yet. Flight to quality, man. That's right. Yeah, Loco, it's incredible. It's literally like a movie, like a fairy tale movie, like a Tolkien novel, but Bitcoin is the protagonist. It do be like that. It's like that, man. It just says what stream only has 600 viewers while Bitcoin's at the high. Well, it's kind of volatility. Volatility will drive in massive maximum concurrent viewership. There's like how many people are watching this at current time. But like, you need to have Bitcoin sustain its rallies, consolidate, and then pump again to higher highs. And then over time of that, as it continues on, you accumulate curious viewers that are newer or older, and they come back and they stick around. And then you know, more consolidation, and then the uptrend continues, and then even more than before, and then all of a sudden it starts becoming crazy like we saw in 2020, late 2020 and all of 2021, and then a little while in early 2022. And then, you know, everything started inversing, you started losing interest, and then it just was sustained lost interest until finally that didn't stop. That wasn't going away until I was in New York. And that fateful third valley came in, man. And it was like, all right, do you believe in classic accumulation? Do you believe in the rule of three? And boy, if you did believe in the rule of three, you got paid and your whole year got made. Because this classic accumulation structure, the measured move has certainly been achieved at this point. When you go from your lowest level all the way to the confirmation line was right here. Take that measurement from the breakout, and there it is. The 100% measured move was 32,264. So it's on. It's done. It's over. And guess what? What does that mean? You know what's beautiful about it? When a measured move gets hit, that's great performance. But when it gets exceeded by almost double, that means outperformance. And that could tell you, that's like a subtle tell of who's truly in control of this market right now. Is it sellers or buyers? Buyers. When bullish patterns are not just reliable, but then they outperform, it's a good hint of the trend. But we knew the trend truly was not. The uptrend was up. It was an uptrend the whole year 2023, even with it stalling here, because the most recent discernible event before it stalled out at 25,350 was the highest high. Then you came in and rivaled your highest low. In fact, made the highest low, technically, indubitably, right? Because you had a low here, and it was slightly higher in September. So just the highest low, and now the highest high. So the trend continues. It was resumed when 31K was breached. Really, when your highest high of the rally was taken out. And so it is all glorious right now. And there were there were some altcoins out there that were definitely showing some good stuff. I mean, I think Bitcoin Cash was a no-brainer. That was the trade setup posted, It was like just the formal bullish back test of the key level from history. And the first target of the trade setup got hit yesterday. And it has not done anything. It's a little bit of profit taking. But once 260 breaks, boom, 305. 305 target, then that's your next target of the trade setup. So there were things going on when I was sick as a dog, some of the sickest I've ever been in my entire life. But man, that's why even when you're sick, man, you got to be scanning the charts. You got to be looking at the 12-hour. Because if you don't, you can be waiting around from March to October and up, down, not much really going on. And then a couple lows come in on a fake breakdown, 25.3. And then all of a sudden you're in New York and you're sick. And the third valley comes in and it's like, wait, what? We've seen this before? Leo DiCaprio, what? Yeah, March to friggin' October, man. It was brutal. This was like trying to go live every day. Masochism to its finest. Okay. All right. So yeah, let's continue down. We're just talking about crypto, but dude, how about the triple Ds? Not the triple Qs. How about 3D systems? Not even earnings, just collapsed down 11% randomly. All-time lows, or no, not quite. Lowest price achieved since 2010 today. Things under the hood are just miserable. Okay, dude, sun power. We're gonna power the sun. All right, we're gonna power your life with the sun as we crash and burn down 18% today. Lowest level since April 6, 2020 achieved, giving the banks a run for their money. Beautiful. And now you're at an inflection point. Hey, bro, are you going to buy here? Well, if you were, wouldn't it be better to wait for like a confirmation, like one low, then a second low? Oh, that's the lower risk trade. So you get a reaction here. And you get and the reflexive rally occurs. But you would want to wait maybe for a long time, wait for that second low, that confirmation low to eventually come in. But yeah, you're just down there, wrecked. Wow. So it's like Jesus chimes worthy, really. I mean, you did it, man. You hit the key inflection point from history. Hype in the chat. Google down 10%. Good. Here's that kind of like rule of three stuff. 1 and 2 and 3. again, it didn't matter. It was earnings. This was the exit of the trade setup, the final target. You know, 2 of the 3 targets hit, but earnings take it all away. But still, if you have a channel like this, you haven't broken it. So, I mean, but that is a lot of volume, and that's a pretty decent drawdown in price. It could be a breakaway gap. I'd believe it at this point. But yeah, it looks like you're kind of sitting at this low from February 2022. You better hold, man. I hope so. But shoot, dude. Pin Gaming. Oh my God. Just more. Pin Gaming. Lowest daily candle close since May of 2020. On your way to 1740, 1772. Disgusting. Multi-year lows. But Square, we were going to change the world. We were going to change the world, being down 8% today. And then down another 1.5% after hours. We're just waiting for $34. You just wait, man. Forget these little Rudy Poo joke rallies. These are all like liquidity grabs, buyer induction rallies. And let it roll over. We'll see at $34, $32. Never forget the distribution, man. Everything's fine, bro. Caesars Entertainment, just massive collapse, down 7.5%. Lowest daily candle close achieved really since October 20th. So we got 52-week lows on Caesars Entertainment. You can't just do this. Never forget the lower high. Remember what we just looked at yesterday? 1929. Even in 1929, the tape ticker readers were given the luxurious lower high failed rally before the dump. So the same thing, like literal exact same little fractal here that you saw on the Dow Jones before it collapsed. Same thing before it collapsed here. Never forget the lower high. And then falling below inflection points. That's even worse. Carvana, we were going to change the world with our car buying stuff. Good luck buying a car now. What about you not paying cash? What is it like average? I can't even believe this. I haven't been in the car market for years, and it's like reading that the average interest rate on a car is like 8 or 9% now. Right? If you have like pristine credit, that's real. I didn't even know it's a thing. I don't hate Carvana. Dude, it takes too much energy to hate things, man. Nah. Too many charts to hate Carvana. It's just kind of a joke. And like, it was really cool to see one high, the second high. There was the bearish divergence. I mean, there was buyer exhaustion on the second attempt at the inflection point. That's pretty amazing. That's incredible TA respect. Breaking below another level that goes back to... There it is, 2018. Below that's 23.81. After that's $12. Wow. Let's look at Amazon, the largest e-commerce giant in the world. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the lower high. There it is, the lower high. Was there a lower high? No, not until October 13th. And 123.18 is a level from history, inflection point, and there's not much really here till 102. Remember, this was a trade setup also posted, and you got, I think, 2 of the 3 targets. The second target was 144.54. You can't even make this up. Unfortunately, this is what happens when you don't know on these big attempted rallies after a big crash the year before, like how will it perform? Will it ever even come close to hitting the levels? I mean, Google got this close to the 886 before earnings killed it, you know? Look, it was just simple stuff, man. All right, we got less than 6 minutes to your daily candle close. That means less than 6 minutes till Bitcoin's highest daily candle close of the year, 2023. What are you worried about, man? Look, I mean, dude, it was just simple. Piercing line reversal at key inflection point after inverse head and shoulders developed. The dream. It was just there. We didn't know, man. You had no idea if it was going to play out or not. You just identify the price action correlating to ice lines, and you let it ride. We manage our risk that way. And then goes up 1 and then 2 and then never 3 because the market, the macro deteriorates. And after hours, Amazon is down another almost 2%. The party could be over, and it all concluded with a lower high, just like Shopify. You were being warned that there was confirmed distribution. Momentum shift to, I get it, high, higher, high, high, side, lower, high. All right. Whatever. AMD, GG, no re. Yep. It's not over, but it's pretty much it's over, man. Like, in a way, like it could hold, like if they come in miraculously tomorrow, which I don't think that's gonna happen. The hidden bearish divergence is performing so well, right? Again, right? When, hey man, great bullish, beautiful bullish pattern develops. A breakout occurs. Terrible performance on the breakout. Then hidden bearish divergence develops. Slightly lower high than the previous high, but much higher levels on both oscillators. It was even there on the RSI. Wow. And then it's like, was it reliable? Looks like it was reliable. But then how was the performance? Well, the performance has been incredible, like incredible performance on the hidden bearish divergence. So that's not a good sign, right? You want, if you identify something bearish, you want it to underperform miserably or not even be reliable, and the bids just come in. You got a chance, but after hours it's down 2.5%. So we're talking like it's down 8% collectively from the day, like trading day, and then after hours. And as I'm speaking, after hours, the price is currently trading lower than the inflection point. Like, remember, like, hey man, we got a pattern, a trend, it's good. Look at the performance there. There wasn't even a chance to even say your name. Say Lisa Sue Bay before it rallied to all-time highs. And here you are, and no performance. Yeah, GG no re type of situation here. But dude, let's go to PayPal. They were gonna, take $1,500 out of your account if you said the wrong thing, misinformation. Yeah, how's that misinformation? You freaking loser, PayPal company. We're still waiting for $42. Well, hold on. The gap fill at $44.73. But yeah, waiting for $41.79, $42 inflection point. You're just crashing. You're crashing, and that's okay. It's okay to crash when you just see all this distribution, this weakness at supports, these lower highs, and then earnings drawing down, and then lower highs, and failure to even test the level as a result. Garbage. HubSpot, it was, oh my God, the lower high, man. It was the lower high, chat. But we uptrended, man. We were going to take over the world. Attempted rally, distribution confirmed. Back below an inflection point, and look at you now. Just, you have like a pretty major sell-off occurring in tech after hours. This one's also down 1.5% and is now breaking the old neckline of the double bottom. And I think the target below that's 320. Divergence, not even reality. Look, just negative momentum is building again. You know who's maybe in control of the market now, because no reliability of bullish oscillators, outperformance of bearish indicators oscillators. Chat is frozen. No one even said anything. Really? Golly, man. The whole stream. Might as well not even have that. Might as well just have Bitcoin up there. Yeah, let's just do that. Whatever. No one cares about the chat being frozen. Fine. F it. Here's your Bitcoin. 1 minute. Pathetic. There it is. So let's go back to Bitcoin. Well, hold on. Let's go to NVIDIA. So you can see you are on the verge of the guzz. I mean, that could have been epic short squeeze, engulfing candle confirmed with fall through, but this right here, pay attention, could have been just another failed attempt from buyers to regain control because the sellers, right? Head and shoulder patterns represent momentum shifting from the buyers to the sellers. Sellers could still very well be in control of this, and you don't quite know because they were defending the neckline. But there's just below this level massive downside potential. And I got to look at the other one. Anytime I look at NVIDIA, I got to look at Salesforce. I got to look at CRM. There it is. New date. Jesus chimes for Bitcoin. Highest daily candle close of the year 2023. As we look at the equities market, like getting ready to collapse. Hyping the effing chat. Let's effing go, dude. Like, what do you want? TA respected. Hold on. TA respected.
There's bears out here.
Like, just like imagine, like, hey man, well, we're just identifying predictable patterns, and then we're identifying the utter weakness of the buyers coming in to defend the neckline. Neckline just happens to be a key inflection point from history. And now it's broken with fall through, and your lowest daily candle close confirmed since, May 4th. Break down below the 200-day simple moving average for the first effing time since January. Okay. See you at 161 eventually. Wow, dude. I don't know what to say, man. Like, this is incredible. This is like, some people like fishing, and some people like hunting. Some people like racing cars. I just like this stuff. I just love like traditional technical analysis. It's beautiful. It's so wonderful. Okay, let's go to Bitcoin. There it is. There's the evidence of the highest daily close of the year. Guess what? We saw 35K a couple days ago. People were freaking out. And guess what? Traders have settled up higher yesterday than that day and today. And it's just crazy. And there's there really isn't. And just because a drawdown can happen at any time, right? You're in a coin flip situation right now. But I'll tell you this. This is a momentum driven asset. And the momentum it's all bulls right now, all buyers. Yeah, you're extremely, you're at 87.4. I mean, you're rivaling some of your highest levels ever in history on the daily Bitcoin. But there is nothing implying exhaustion. Look, you might on the 4 hour right here. Yeah, oh my God, one high, then the second high. Any drawdown is going to most likely end up with a pivot, a much higher low than these lows we saw before. Guess what? The previous discernible major swing low, I would say, would be that third valley from October 13th. We're up 20% since then. Yeah, like year making, multi-year making impulse. Like, and I feel really bad if you just didn't care about the classic accumulation or even Bitcoin Cash confirming a backtest. I'm sorry, because that was an opportunity to take a position and manage your risk with a stop loss marginally below that valley that was put in. And now, what is it? Like, we had discussed too, the path of least resistance was up, not down. There was far more support below us than there was resistance above us. And that only resistance has been shattered. Inverse capitulation. Like the level wasn't, it was 28.8 was tested, 30K was tested, but we talked about 28.8 was like that semifinal game where it goes down to the wire, it's overtime, game-winning field goal to win it. But I think 31K was like you're in the national title against the inferior team and you blow them out. And that's exactly what happened. Analogy. So, and you're sitting at a level where, yeah, there have been a couple times that you can see that there was inflection, but I think the hard target's 38 to 40K. And any pullback will be mild. It'll be substantially higher low than the previous low, and you will run again. Okay, man. I'm saying, like, well, hey, man, it's the local on the 8s. And we look at the top of the hour, we'll go to Bitcoin and Ethereum and re-talk about it. And then also, all quiet on the crypto front. Thank you so much for the 6 months of support in the premium Discord, the Citadel, and then G-Dog coming in, man, for 10 months. Go get some hype in the chat for these members of our community that are supporting what I do. If you don't know, I've never, in 6 years of doing this, I've never accepted a dime from any entity to promote to you, the viewer. I don't monetize any of my stuff, any of my content. It is the monetization is off on YouTube, so I get nothing there. So it is literally, I'm not compromised by anything. It's just the charts. It's 100% crowdsourced, and it's all thanks to y'all. So very grateful for this community. PewDiePie said one time, you deserve the viewers you have. And I remember when he said that, I know it's crazy, right? Dude's got like a wife and kids now, right? Whatever. He also said big PP. But I'm saying, that's so real. You deserve the viewers you have. And man, if that's the case, I must have done something really right not taking any of that money during the height of the mania phase. Because I think I've got the best viewers in the world. Smartest viewers in the world, highest IQ people. Because it does require a certain amount of aptitude to get this stuff, to care about it, to want it. But anyway, end of rant there. Thank y'all. Appreciate it. Whew. Okay. We just go to Ethereum, because local on the 8s, dude. Currently on Ethereum. What a joke. Massive underperformance of Bitcoin. Speaking in the Weather Channel robot voice. Dude, maybe I should just for Halloween, I should just be the robot voice for the Weather Channel. And the whole stream is just the local on the 8s. And we'll do the graphics you'll have Cardano, and you'll have mostly cloudy. And then it'll, switch constantly. And we'll, so one time when I was a kid growing up, it's the dumbest thing ever. But, my uncle worked at the Weather Channel for a really long time. So I was huge Weather Channel fanboy. And there was something happened. A big storm came through the southeast, and it screwed up the Weather Channel, and it was literally this doom loop of the local on the 8s, and it was all day. There was no programming on the Weather Channel except the local on the 8s. And I remember having it on all day, and I'll never forget that. I think I only saw it one time ever. So we could do maybe something like that. I don't know. I still haven't figured out what I'm gonna do for Halloween. Okay, cool story on Ethereum. Call me when it breaks 2043, because that's the major level. That's the big one. But it's above 1730, which is big too. And it normally, the consequence ends up being you go to 1972, 2000 for a test. Okay. I just want to kind of go back to the bigger ones. Let's look at Apple. Dude, classic distribution, formal bearish back test of old all-time highs from 2021. Near the confirmation line of the classic distribution structure, which is here now, okay? You got an supply line, but you got it like this, man. It really is. 1 and 2 and 3. It is aggressive selling pressure from somebody, probably Warren Buffett himself. If this is respected, 156 easily, no doubt, 156. If this actually what we're identifying plays out, if the TA is respected on the classic distribution structure, and you break the confirmation line at 167.71, easy 156. Well, then very well could be seeing 140, depending on the performance of the structural development that we are identifying. That it is completed its maturation process to where, one time, second time, I don't really know. Then you make the lower low, then you make the lowest high, and that's it. Now the stage is set for major breakdown on Apple, but understand earnings coming up November 2nd. So like next week or something, you know. Yeah, next Thursday, Apple will be reporting its earnings. Anything's possible. Huge candle up, man. Oh my God, the market saved. But yeah, I would be really, I mean, you're staring into the face of somebody with a lot of money that owns a lot of Apple subtly exiting. That's what these patterns represent. You don't believe me? We could just go back to, we could look at the Europe markets and look at, I mean, not all of them, but we look back at, tell me right now how freaking Jesus patterns. But, you know, you had Head and Shoulders that began the whole drawdown of 2022. You had the, look, man, I mean, it didn't perform that one high, second high, third high, and massive drawdown. You go to the Euro 50, and you go back and you can see, you know, ascending, broadening wedges and partial rises. And then, you know, look, man, I'm just saying, open mind and open heart. One high, the second high, and then what? The third high. Yes. Someone offloading, and then the demand line breaks, and then you crash. Oh, we go to the Deutsch 30, the DAX, man. Right angled ascending broadening formation. Double topping, but then in the end, you got yourself a nice bearish back test of the 200 simple moving average, lower highs than these highs, and it's like, that's exit. Get out. So if we're staring at some pretty disgusting reversal patterns across the stock market, and you can't argue it. They are there. They haven't broken down completely yet, not all of them. And they haven't really performed yet. So the verdict's out. Like, we're just, of course, we don't assume anything because we don't act like we know where things are going. We're just recognizing the price action and what it represents, the psychology of buyers and sellers. And it looks pretty bad right now, like really bad. Let's go to Stockholm. It ended with a beautiful, one of the most beautiful diamond top reversals in the history of all markets. Mother of God. But you could see left shoulder, head, right shoulder. But then you could see you made the highest high, you had a drawdown, you made a lower high than previous high, then you had a slightly higher high, but these two highs locally represent confirmation of distribution. And what happened after? You crashed. I have problems though. I mean, this one never recovered. This was wild, man, because like all these other ones did recover. Like even the France 40, like at least went back up, made all-time highs, but it then concluded a shark. And then you can see, right, confirmation of distribution, the high, then the lower highs with the head and shoulders. Amen. Then the UK 100. This is like, we posted trade setup on the, and it's still active. You had the up thrust, and now it seems like a back test of up thrust, which is really bearish. But yeah, it's still just propped up. Still propped up about, you know, I mean, it's only about, if you were short on this, you'd be about 4%, you know, it's, I think a lot lower. Like, remember we're talking about distribution, the highest high ever, then a lower high on the V shape, 886, subtle distribution, then more significant distribution with weaker rallies, percentage rallies, right? Look, as you go, here's your highest high, then your highest low, you know, like after the highest high, then the lower high at the 886. But then you see from that high to the next low, the rally concluded only with a 65% retrace. Drawdown, same thing, confirmed 65% retrace. Then that lower high here. I think these are subtle signs of weakness. So you can use Fibonacci too, like really to see, like if you just keep making lower highs, it's like, what's the percentage rally this time? Oh, it's significantly less than the first time. Well, someone's getting more aggressive and they're selling. Yeah, anyway, so the Spain 35, I had it kind of route like this, you know, it was like, is that a rising wedge? I don't know, kind of arbitrary maybe demand line, but it looked like upsloping price contraction. And I like how it broke and then formally back tested and then lower highs, man. Like, even if you don't look at it the way I'm looking at it, we can just get rid of it completely. Understand, man. Price action means something. It's not just random. This is the highest high. And then there's a high that's lower than that high, and then another high that rivals that high that confirms there are less market participants than at the highest high. The end. And look now, another lower high, and now a lower low than all the previous lows. Lowest daily candle close, in fact, today since March 28th. So that is people getting out, and they're aggressive, and more people getting out, less than before, and then trend reversal, whole trend reverses. All right, so just going into in the Swedish 20, right? Switzerland, whatever. Switzerland 20. Bro, I mean, all day. We'll do this all day. Here's your highest high, even though sometimes it's like that, right? Look, I mean, there was a V-shaped recovery, but the V-shape concluded with a formal bearish backtest at the high from 2021. It was just almost like it's what the stock market did back in 2022. Made these two highs confirming an old high as resistance and then failing to see the highest high even rival it. And then it crashed even more again, right? So, but this is very weak. This is classic distribution. Like, you can just kind of see it. I mean, here's one high. And then the lower high that formally backtests the inflection point. It's like in a zone, like a high from... Well, hold on. It was the swing low from October 2021, swing high from January 2023. And then such a lack of demand that you can see this rally occurred, and there was such a lack of demand that the buyers were unable to even test this inflection point from 2020. When buyers fail, they get that close and they fail. It is a subtle sign of weakness, even though, like, if you understand what that means, that represents, that's like severe weakness. And then, of course, this little bonus, lower high again, is as if this wasn't good enough. And yeah, just crashing virtually. So good luck if you're in Europe, man. They're gonna, they got cameras everywhere. Gargoyles gonna implement central bank digital currency. If you're in Europe, you're effed. You're like literally like you were pre-World War I, monarchy. The people in charge in Europe, you don't have like really rights. They don't think you are cattle. You are fodder to be farmed. Taxpayers. You don't have freedom of speech. You don't have gun rights. You don't have these things. They're going to import third world migrants, and you're just going to accept it. No one voted for it. They're just going to implement their plans, and you're just going to take it because you're a docile European. You're not going to do anything about it. I'm telling you about it because you maybe don't know, but it's going to happen. It's happening right now. And it's a lot slower in the U.S., but they're trying very hard in the U.S. to do the same thing. They're trying to make the U.S. into the U.K., but there are 100 million God-fearing, gun-owning Americans, that truly don't want Europe in America, Europe-style governing in America. So there is resistance there. Very strong culture. And Europe, they've kind of killed all the cultures in Europe. Diversity, there is no culture. Bring in other cultures. Don't let them assimilate to European culture. Let them have parallel societies, and then let some Middle Eastern war break out, and look at it now. Oh my, great stuff. Ticking time bomb. They'll let this happen. And this was Merkel started all this, dude. So you just better be prepared. And unfortunately, your financial markets look like dog crap, as we've just looked at all of them. But hey, Bitcoin is the answer to all this, I guess. TM, you're so wrong, dude. What, maybe 10 million? That's so wrong. Dude, 80 million people voted in the election at least for conservative. In Belgium, you can cross the street wherever you want. Yeah, cross the street. Can't drive a car very soon. Won't be able to eat meat very soon. You just wait, man. Just wait. Imagine a government entity saying you can't eat meat anymore. You can't drive a gas car anymore. These people are losers in power. This is what losers do in power. And really, I say this like with love, because the only things like people screaming about it and talking about it because your media is so censored over there. Like they're like threatening to ban X or Twitter now because my feelings, my disinformation. That's what the communists said, the KGB. Too much disinformation. We must block it all. These people in government in Europe and in America, not your friends, not for you at all. Again, it's from love because I want everyone in the West, I mean, everyone in the world, not practically. We'll see. Hey, man, people that won World War II, I want all the rights that we had to stay around, so we don't have to fight another effing world war and do it all over again. And millions have to die. Oh, okay. Oh man, just trying to preserve what all our grandfathers died for and our grandmothers fought, like helping with manufacturing, everything. There was all collective effort of all these countries, for what, The people in charge are taking that away slowly, subtly. It's like the frog is boiling in the pot and everyone's just kind of, okay, well, I got too much to lose, man. We got way too much to lose. Yeah. It's tough, man. We're in a tough situation, and I don't even know. Like will voting get you out of this situation at this point? Because clearly, I mean, doesn't seem like it's working anymore. Yeah, technocratic. It's neo-global communism. That's all it is. It's like mixed in with coercing companies now, getting in bed with companies. It's like fascism, like literally fascism. But yeah, I mean, we might be a generation off where things start getting bad. So we're lucky in that, right? It's just, hey, man, you're going to have to sit there and take this super inflation that's never going to stop. Like, it can't stop. Because the debt keeps rising. Billions every day now. But hey, at least we're looking at the chart that fixes all this in ways.
Let me tell you, folks, I stand firmly against anyone trying to erase our culture. Our culture is what makes us great, and we can't let anyone forget that. We stand against these loons who admire China, North Korea, and Russia. We will not go down those dictatorial routes.
Thank you, Trump.
Was it over when the Germans bombed Pearl Harbor? Hell no!
That's right, dude. A storm's coming. And Bitcoin will be needed in the wars to come, the many wars to come. And it looks like it's threatening 35K. It's probably going to test 35K again today. And just understand, the hard target's 40K, 38K. Like major inflection points. It's really, you want the hard target, chat, you just go to the weekly. Takes out all the noise. And when you look at this chart, you understand for a fact that 38K is it here, right? Straight up and down and up and down and up and down and up. There was one time that didn't happen, but eventually take back over. The sellers took back over and you went straight down. And here we are, broken out. Look at this freaking weekly candle, Jesus candle going on. We have an ongoing weekly Jesus candle. This Jesus weekly candle might not stop. It might conclude at 38K. That is the resistance on the weekly, and that's it. 38, not 35. So thousands of more dollars to go. Percentage-wise, another minimum 10% up to about 13%. Because you have the candle high close, another candle high close from June of 2021. It started becoming a zone. It's there on the daily too, the 3-day. That's your hard target. I'm sorry. Just on the weekly, it is. Like, isn't it crazy? Like, hey, you owning Bitcoin this year, like, a decent amount of your portfolio, or just some, like, you're okay. You're in it, and based on this price action, the continuation, you will be okay. Like, you are outrunning inflation owning Bitcoin. Bitcoin is like one of the best performing assets. It is like the best performing asset. It has outperformed every asset on the stock market. Now, I think like Sol, from its its bit bottom, it's outperformed Bitcoin. Some of a couple altcoins maybe have, from the bottom. But I mean, come on, dude. We're talking about Bitcoin, huge market cap asset, outperforming, I think, Nvidia from the bottom, right? Let's just do it from the bit bottom to the tip top. So far at its highest, lowest, all right, 125% in less than a year. Because this is the year-long rally been going on. Okay, 125. Then we go Nvidia from the bottom, and I could be wrong here. I thought I'd done it right. Nvidia killed it. I don't know what am I reading from the bottom. Oh, it's a year-to-date thing. That's what it was. It was the year-to-date performance. So I gotta digress here and go up a little bit more. So it wasn't quite the bottom. So January 1st, that's what it was. 114%. Okay. Now we go to Nvidia and we go to January 1st. Okay. January 1st. There it was, right? 138. Dang, man. Okay. I guess I'm wrong. I don't know what am I thinking here? What am I seeing? Because Nvidia killed it. Like from January 1st, 258%. Man, am I just reading like fake news or something? Current gains, is that what? No way, right? See, current gains, it's still outperforming Bitcoin. It's up still 200% on the year to date. I'm not really sure, man, what I was thinking. Either way, you got Bitcoin, Nvidia, best performing assets in the effing world. Bitcoin just broke out, and Nvidia looks like it's about to puke. That's a big difference. The technicals just straight up different, man. Of course, it's beating the index funds. Yeah, only 493 stocks on the S&P 500 are garbage. It's being sold. There's Fong to win. He wants it. He's got it. There it is, man. Killer. I'm killing it, man. What is it up year to date? Bro, you can't even. It's 240%. Yeah, so it's pretty much rivaling Nvidia in gains on the year. Major bullish engulfing candle confirmed on Sol. Hard target, $37. Been that way. Oh, man. Sorry, I had a long day, man. Haven't really been home for very long. Doing stuff. I got like this new friend. He played, tennis at Ivy League school. He's my new neighbor. He bought the nicest penthouse in the building. We're neighbors with a famous rapper. Oh my God, dude! Talk about leveling up. Think I might be getting a personal trainer soon. Like, it's all like coming together down here in Miami, like for real.
Sol, please.
Sol, there it is, man. It's been killing it. 37.36 is the target. Yeah, it is, man. When you own a penthouse, you're connected to the other penthousians. Yeah, I think I saw him lose on TV on Saturday night, TM. Okay, so I don't know, you're asking question like all I can do is tell you, you're not at an inflection point. There is no reasonable entry for a trade setup at this current time. So all I can do is talk about the levels, the Japanese candlesticks that are relevant at the time. Okay, bullish engulfing candle. Highest daily candle close confirmed just moments ago since November. So almost 52-week highs on Sol. Very good. Wonderful. Apparently, the rapper said that there are going to be parties at my friend's penthouse, and my friend said there has to be a 10-to-1 ratio girls to guys. And the rapper said that's no problem, man. And it's like, what the dude? No way. All right, and then of course, Bitcoin's doing it. You know, Bitcoin's doing its thing, and it's like, oh my God, is Bitcoin going to be like mainstream and cool again? It looks like it, yeah. So was there another? I don't think there was any other requests today. Just a business casual stream. Look to that. Nah, there were no other requests, man. Wow, dude, one request on the day. Hype in the chat. Pfft. Tough room, man. Tough stream. What are you gonna do? All right, Bitcoin. Remember, on the weekly, the target is $38,000 based on evidence with weekly candle closes. That's it. Head and shoulders bros and up thrust after distribution bros are homeless. Trend is your friend bros. Their year has been made in 2 weeks. Oh my God. Gold overall, you tubbly. Sure. Looking good, man. Back testing 1963. Yeah, it's a new daily candle. I mean, like, again, all you can do is talk about levels here, because how do you even take... As a swing trader, how would one be taking advantage of the V-shape that has already happened? I mean, it's hard enough when it's down here anyway. Like, it's not really like a great setup for a swing trade. The V-shape happened. Okay, macroeconomics, I guess, whatever. But look, all I can tell you is when the price of gold is above 1963, that is the last resistance until the mega all-time high resistance of 2075. So if the price was really breaking like above this, because you had failures, many failures. Look, up thrust and then you collapse. That could happen. There could be a major pullback. You got to do a back test. You got to inverse head and shoulder or something like that. But I'm just saying, above 1963, the next target's 2075.
Hi Mitch, can we take a look at gold overall? Thanks man, and hope all is well.
Oh, likes about to break resistance. Yeah, right, dude. Gold is just 5% away from all-time highs. Yes. Gold will probably see all-time highs in time based on the hyper-rapid devaluation of all fiat currencies ongoing, the debt that is being taken on by all these sovereign countries. It is going to translate into something on a chart. I think we're watching not just gold, but Bitcoin and some of these commodities like sugar futures, live cattle that's, pulled back. Hogs, I don't know what happened, man. It's like the Arkansas Razorbacks. They didn't show up and they gapped down. That was the biggest joke fake out ever. Orange juice futures, cocoa futures. And it had been like mega tech until recently. Now it's looking like the party's over for the Magnificent Seven. I mean, it does look kind of like that. But rejoice, opportunity. XRP's broken out. Bitcoin's broken out. Ethereum broke at least one level. BNB is a joke, but it could still rally. It's going to ride the coattails of Bitcoin. Just is. And I think there's like all these rumors going on. I don't know if it's going to happen, but like there are rumors going on that certain exchanges are like screwed because they were mega short and they're trying to cover and they don't have the collateral to cover and they could be blowing up or something. That's like rumors on crypto Twitter right now. So that's hilarious because that really means max pain, 40K. Yeah, like people blow up, then fine. Wait till we get to 38, 40K. There will be people that, yeah, completely insolvent. Because you don't think about like the people that lose on the way up. You're just thinking about on the way down. It's zero-sum game, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so it's been a good stream. Thanks for coming out. Been live an hour and a half, and I just wanted to come by, say hi, look at these markets, and let us see what happens tomorrow, because it is very interesting, not just on the equities market, but the crypto market. Well, the Bitcoin chart. So I'll be back. Until next time, respect the T. Hey.
Whether subliminally or not, I think it should take a conscious effort as into reminding the powers that be that, you know, the decisions that they make affect us more than them, because they have a way out when this is our everyday life and we're messing with it on a regular basis. You know, we should all be conscious of that and do something about it before it's too late. Individual that's here and is affected by it, whether subliminally or not, I think it should take a conscious effort as into reminding the powers that be that, you know, the decisions that they make affect us more than them, because they have a way out when this is our everyday life and they're messing with it on a regular basis. You know? We should all be conscious of that. Bruh. Do something about it.